The us versus them mentality of divide and conquer is as old as human beings. From the Salem trial witch hunts, the Crucible, to McCarthyism, cancel culture is the exact same playbook. Cancel culture affects celebrities and common people. It affects all races and genders. It affects everybody. And it is essentially the concept of our way or the highway. You are either with us or against us. And no one is safe from it. If you push back against the ideology in any way, then the mob will come for you. Dave Chappelle made a joke about this, that Kevin Hart was 4 tweets away from being perfect. So I'm going to explain to you why cancel culture is so dangerous. And as a history teacher, I have studied these things and I know it. And I'm watching what's happening now. And I hope that I can explain it to you in a way that is very easy to understand. Let's take blocking people on social media. Well, in the 21st century, especially during COVID, blocking someone on social media is essentially removing them from your life. I have even had family members block me on social media because I disagreed with them on political issues. Removing people that disagree with you is in the playbook of all dictatorships and cults. Any belief that hinges upon the idea that any dissenting views need to be cut from your life has to be questioned. Good ideas stand the test of time. One of the best ways to tell if something's a good idea is you hold it up to a massive amount of scrutiny. How hard have people tried to take down an ideology and yet it still stands strong? That's a good way to tell if the ideology is solid. That is a good way to know if this is something that is worth believing in. Canceling ideas that you disagree with leads to bad ideas. Iron sharpens iron. Echo chambers are not good for ideas to grow in strength, and it makes them very, very weak. John Stuart Mill said that he who only knows his side of the argument knows little of that. If you want to strengthen your argument, seek disconfirmation, not confirmation bias. Seek all the arguments, the best arguments, to take down your idea. And if you can't, then the idea is great. And if you can, then your idea is flawed. One of the big arguments for canceling things or cancel culture would be to teach people a lesson. I'm a school teacher. I know about teaching lessons. And cutting people out who have bad ideas, who get the answer wrong, is not the way to do it. The way to do it is to talk to them, hear why they have that bad answer, and walk them through how to find the right one. When you remove ideas that you believe to be bad, it doesn't correct them. They don't learn their lesson. Another justification for canceling people is because they don't want to give hateful ideas a platform. And I understand that. There are some hateful ideas and ideologies that are very seductive. And if you give them a platform, it might bring people in to that harmful idea. And that's a scary thing. But mold grows in the dark. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. When someone has a bad idea and you cut them out from your life, they don't go off and think about what they did wrong. They go off angry and frustrated. And they find other angry, frustrated people, and these ideas fester and bubble in the darkness. If you give someone with a bad idea a platform that allows them to open themselves up to criticism and scrutiny, a bad idea will get exposed. All very powerful, hateful ideologies, yes, were given platforms, but once they took power, they shut down all dissenting views because they knew that those dissenting views would take them down. Every single cult cuts out anyone who is a non-believer from the believers' lives. We can't view our ideas as that fragile that a dissenting view will take it down. If it is that fragile, perhaps it's not that good. Good ideas are strong. They hold up. They're timeless. They're universal. Also, no one is uncancelable. We can all be canceled. No one is without flaw. We have all screwed up. We have all done things in the past that we regret. Jimmy Kimmel is extremely woke, but people are trying to cancel him. Same thing with Kevin Hart. Same thing with Mitt Romney. Even going back as far as the Bible, when a woman was accused of adultery and a bunch of people were going to throw rocks at her until she died, Jesus stepped in and said, "Let he without sin cast the first stone." No one is without sin. No one has a perfect life and has never screwed up. That's what makes us human. We have to be able to screw up. We have to be able to fail. I teach high school. Kids today are so terrified of failure, and I understand why. Look at what we're doing in society. We all make mistakes. Show grace to one another. Be curious. And don't engage in cancel culture. Engage in conversation.